So far in 2025, I have seen 18 movies, and we are at the end of May, at least when I'm recording this, which means we are almost halfway through the year, just about 1 month. So I figure, why not? I'm going to rank all the movies that I've seen so far as of May 31st, 2025, and we're going to go from there. Yo, how is everybody doing? Welcome back to the channel. So glad you made it back. So happy to see you here. We are talking 2025 movies and the ones that I have seen so far. So as I discussed in the intro, I've seen 18 movies so far in 2025. And after every movie, of course, I am rating the movies. I am ranking the movies in my own personal little ranking list for every movie that I've seen in theaters, just in theaters. I'm not going to count every movie I've watched this year, but just the ones I've seen in theaters. And so with that being said, I may have some movies on here that I have seen that y'all have not seen, or some movies that y'all have seen that I have not seen in theaters, at least as of yet. But without further ado, I'm going to go through the 18 movies that I have seen in theaters from January 1st to May 31st of this year, 2025. And we are starting at the bottom with number 18. At number 18, I have Hurry Up Tomorrow. So Hurry Up Tomorrow is hands down the worst movie I have seen this year. I made a video... What the hell? I made a video discussing why I didn't really like this movie, so if you haven't checked that out, go check that out. I'm going to keep it short and sweet here. I don't want to run this on too long. Why do you keep doing that? It's because of this trailer back here. This movie, as I discussed, was just too symbolic. Like, it is way too symbolic for an average viewer, and ultimately, this was made just for the weekend fans, which is fair. Please stop doing that. And as a movie, I just don't think it's a very good movie. I feel like it could have succeeded in something else, whether that's a music video or maybe a short film. Jenna Ortega obviously outshines everybody, so it's at the bottom of the list for me. At number 17, I have the Snow White remake from 2025, the live action Snow White. Now listen, genuinely, I didn't think this was that bad of a film. I just think it's very mediocre. Rachel Zegler does a fantastic job. Gal Gadot, on the other hand, Gal Gadot, my fault, does not. I just felt like this movie had so much potential. It had so much potential to succeed, and whatever they put out, it just didn't work. It really didn't. Like I said, it wasn't bad, but there's some pretty important things that I felt like were cut out, and then the whole ending is just, I don't even know what they were trying to do with the ending. I did not like that ending at all. And so with that being said, it ends at 17 for me. At number 16, I have The Monkey. It's a Stephen King novel. I went in, I had high hopes. It seemed great. It looked like it was going to be fun. And was it fun? Yeah, I will admit it was a fun movie. I can sit there and enjoy a movie even if it isn't, an Oscar-winning masterpiece. However, it's not very good. It's very mediocre. I like it better than Snow White and Hurry Up Tomorrow, obviously, but in terms of every other movie that I have seen this year, it doesn't even hold a candle to any of those films. Some of the humor works, some of the other humor just drags on too long. I can't stand the brother at all in this film. He genuinely pisses me off. And like I said, it's another movie that had a lot of potential, and yet here we are at the bottom of my list. I know there's some people that enjoyed this movie. Me, on the other hand, not so much. So it's sitting at, 16? So it's sitting at 16 for me. At number 15, we have The Woman in the Yard. Now, if y'all have been here a while, y'all know I love Blumhouse. I love me some good Blumhouse movies. I say it all the time. However, I don't know what happened with this movie. This movie genuinely had so much fucking potential to be great. And I almost made a whole video on this movie, but I just kind of refrained and held it off till now. So I'm going to keep it short and not go on a tangent. But this movie, like I said, had so much potential to be great. And yet at the end, it is a terrible allegory in terms of depression and mental health. And I want to sit here and make this spoiler free, so I don't want to spoil any of these movies for you. But the end of this movie genuinely dropped the entire film for me in terms of watchability, in terms of likability. And I feel like I'm just watching the whole movie for no fucking reason. And like I said, there's some things that I really like that they did all the way up until like the last maybe 20 minutes of the movie. It was a genuinely fun movie to watch. I really enjoyed it. It had so much potential, and yet here I am. It's at the bottom of my list. The only reason it's up there is because of the potential it had and how much I did enjoy the movie up until the end, where they just completely threw everything away, and then they just had a horrible message. And I mean, it's even left up for interpretation, but whatever the interpretation is, still is not good. I highly suggest you do watch the movie because I want you to see the potential that it had as it zooms in on it. But I also want you to realize just how bad it was. Another movie that I think had potential sitting at number 14, Wolfman. Y'all. It's another movie from Blumhouse, which, like I said, I love Blumhouse, and I also can admit that Blumhouse has some great hits and it has some misses. And this one kind of falls in the middle for me. I really enjoyed the theater experience and like just watching it while I was there, but again, at the end, I just didn't really like what transpired. I guess I can't say it wasn't the end of the movie. In all honesty, it had some great parts. I really think the cinematography was great. I think the audio and sound design was fantastic. Storytelling was kind of hit or miss, and like what they did with Wolfman, I feel like they could have gone a little farther with it. I don't know. I feel like there could have been something that they could have fixed, but this is where it stands as of right now. Maybe it'll change in the future. Chicken Jockey. Yeah, I have Minecraft at 13. Honestly, when I walked out of the theater, Minecraft was much lower than 13. Minecraft probably would have been where Hurry Up Tomorrow is before I watched Hurry Up Tomorrow. And the reason being, you see all these videos online, all these crazy people in the movie theaters, which are being completely disrespectful, by the way. Just want to put that out there. That was crazy. It was funny maybe the first time, and then you're throwing drinks and everything. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? I didn't have any kind of theater experience. I was there opening night, and everyone was just bored. Everyone was just sitting in the theater, just minding their business, just watching. No theater, like no audience clapping or anything like that. I had no theater experience whatsoever. I sat there, and when I heard Chicken Jockey, there was nothing. I had to witness Chicken Jockey as I'm sitting in the back corner laughing my ass off because it's a fucking meme. But I had some retrospective, and I don't even know. So I had some thinking, and honestly, I did enjoy the film for what it was. It's not sitting here taking itself seriously. It's funny. It's hilarious. Just like that scene right there. Like, it is a great, fun film. And honestly, Jason Momoa carries the film in my opinion. But it's not that good. It really isn't. So that's why it's sitting where it is. Next up at number 12, we got Marvel. It's Captain America: Brave New World. Now, I enjoyed this movie a lot more than I feel like a lot of people did. It was just kind of chill. It was more of a grounded movie, which a lot of people have been begging Marvel to do. And when you get a grounded movie like this, you shit on it. Could they have done more? Absolutely. But when I tell you there's a large jump between this film and Minecraft, there is a large jump between this film and Minecraft. Only reason is that 12 is because there are a lot of other movies that I watched. The 11 above it were a much better film in general, but this movie, I enjoyed what it did. It had some fun little twists. I enjoyed what they did with the Red Hulk. Unfortunately, it's kind of spoilers, but not really. All of the Red Hulk action that you get is literally in the trailers that you would have watched, and there's no other Red Hulk action, which I feel like they missed out on. But Harrison Ford does a great job. He actually seems like he wants to be in these films, unlike the Star Wars films. And you know, Anthony Mackie, Danny Ramirez did fantastic. I really enjoyed the movie. Giancarlo, fantastic villain. Overall, I feel like there was some things they could have done differently. Like I said, there's some people, some characters that I feel like had no point being in this film at all, and they could have cut out. It's sitting at 12. And just missing out on the 11 spot is Until Dawn. I once again made a whole video about this movie and where I think it succeeded and where I think it missed out. This film is a genuine good film. It is fun. It is a fun horror film. The issue that I have with the film is that it shouldn't have been Until Dawn, because it has nothing to do with Until Dawn. If it was titled anything else other than Until Dawn, this movie would have succeeded. But because there's so many people who are so just hard set on it being Until Dawn, and then they see the trailer and then realize this isn't Until Dawn at all, and then they watch the film, they missed out. They really did. There's so much that they missed out on. And I'm talking about the audience that haven't seen this film. And don't go into the film expecting it to be Until Dawn is my advice, because it isn't. And I know it shouldn't be, and I know it should be at the same time. This film should be two different films. Until Dawn as a film, and then whatever this film came out to be, like the Happy Death Day, Happy Groundhog's Day type of horror film. It is fun. It is a fun film, and I will stand by that forever. It just shouldn't have been Until Dawn. It has nothing to do with Until Dawn, except one cameo kind of near the end, and the Wendigos. That's really it. Coming into the top 10, at number 10, I got Mickey 17. I really enjoyed what they did here when it comes to Mickey 17. I did like the little twists that they had in there with Mickey 18 and what they did. And I did like what they did with Robert Pattinson with Mickey 17 and Mickey 18. Mark Ruffalo plays a fantastic character in the film. And honestly, the ending kind of resonated with me. You know, it stuck a little bit. I feel like Mickey 17 is a movie that you watch the trailer and then you get exactly what you thought you were getting from the movie in the trailer. Sir?
Sir?
I'm in the middle of recording a video.
Oh, well, stop that lame shit and play some Rivals, man.
That's crazy. Hey, bye, Boogie. It's everyone's favorite Canadian. Go check him out. Anyways. Well, what was I saying about Mickey 17? Oh, whatever you get in the trailer is exactly what you're getting in the film. Pretty straightforward. I enjoyed it. I really did. I know there's some people that didn't really like it. They think the premise was kind of weird. And yeah, it's kind of weird, but also, you know, a weird movie can still be a great movie. It doesn't discount it from being fun. All right, so then at number 9, it's also tied with number 8, so I'll get to that. But it's Novocaine. Novocaine was a super fun movie. It was fucking hilarious. Jack Quaid does excellent in the film. And I just really like the premise of the fact that, you know, he doesn't feel pain, but obviously he can still die. He just doesn't feel the pain. I mean, this man is checking his watch and timing every time that he needs to go pee, or else his bladder is going to burst. It's a super cool concept. I didn't really even think about what kind of movie this would be, you know, in concept from the drawing board. And what else can I say other than this is a movie that you sit back, kick back, and you're just relaxed watching just a funny ass film. And it's fantastic. I mean, the story is great. It kind of does have a little bit of a twist there in the movie too, which is so fun. Super gory at times. A lot of the time. Like this time right here. It's super fun. I love it. And at number 8, I have Hard Eyes. Okay, I think this film is extremely underrated. I don't know why I don't hear enough about this film. This film is so fun. It is basically a Valentine's Friday the 13th The acting is incredible in the film. It has fun little twists all throughout the film. I made a whole video on why I think this movie is so good and why I think maybe Hard Eyes could be the next horror icon. Olivia Holt does fantastic in the film. And it is overall just so fun. All the characters just have such great chemistry, I feel like. And it was a fun little film to watch on Valentine's Day as a single man. Because I knew Hard Eyes wasn't going to get me, baby. Let's go. At number 7, I have Nosferatu. Listen, bring it back. Bring it back. This is a 2024 movie. I am aware. It came out on Christmas 2024. I had 6 days to watch it before 2025. Bring it back. Bring it back. This is a 2025 film, okay? But it's a great film. Robert Eggers, oh my goodness. The cast in this film is fantastic. Willem Dafoe, Lily Rose Depp. It's a pretty long film, but it never took my attention away. I was completely invested in the film the entire time, which is what I look for in films, especially when they are as long as they are, and kind of in the more old-timey style where, some people don't really like it, but those that love it, they really love it. Had some fun little scares. The end is... yeah. At number 6, we got Sonic 3. Again, it's a 2024 film. I am aware. I know it came out December 20th of 2024. I did not have the time to watch this film in 2024. Okay, I watched it in theaters in 2025. Leave me alone. I watched this and Wolfman the same day. Fun fact. These Sonic movies are the exact kind of movies that you expect in terms of a video game adaptation. They are fun. They have fantastic acting. The design of the characters are fantastic. The story is so fun. There's just so much to love about the Sonic films. Now, they aren't perfect films in any way, but they hold their own. They are great video game adaptations. Some of the best that, honestly, there ever has been. These are in the talks for those. And then my boy Shadow the Hedgehog. I love Shadow the Hedgehog. And you're telling me you got Keanu Reeves as Shadow? Oh, this movie was fantastic. I really had a great time. But unfortunately, it's not a very good movie. It's not just like an Oscar-winning film. It's a fun movie for the general audience. And that's why it is so high, because I did have so much fun. At the top 5, number 5, we have Final Destination Bloodlines, the 6th installment in the Final Destination series. Now, I did talk about this film as well, but Final Destination is not a film series that you are going in expecting Oscar-winning performances. You are not expecting this film to be Best Picture nominated. The Final Destination films are fun, gory horror films. And this film absolutely delivered. This is probably my favorite in the Final Destination series. And if it's not this, then it's the first one. This film holds up so well with the rest of the Final Destination movies. It's one of those films, kind of like Saw X, where you don't really need another installment in the franchise. But now that we have one, it is a fantastic installment and it did so well. And I'm so happy that I have been seeing this movie get the love that it deserves, because it truly does deserve all the love that it has received. Final Destination Bloodlines is still in theaters at the time of me, recording this. I don't know how much longer it's going to be in theaters, but if it's still in theaters by the time that I get this video out, please go see it in the theaters. At number 4, you want to talk about a grounded Marvel movie? Let's talk about a grounded Marvel movie. The Thunderbolts, aka the New Avengers. This film was fantastic. This is one of the best Marvel films that I think has ever been released. I had high hopes for this film, and I did expect it to succeed, but I did not expect it to succeed as much as it did and be as good as it is. It is hilarious. It has so much story and just such deep understanding of mental health and everything, unlike The Woman in the Yard does. And I think it's a great take on just everything in terms of this mental health and this depression and loneliness. And it turns out the cure to loneliness is a 5'4" blonde Russian. Thunderbolts is fantastic. I love this film so much. I was tearing up in theaters. I cannot express enough just how much and how good the Thunderbolts is. Now, with every good film, there is going to be a better one. That's not true. I don't know why I said that, but Companion is fantastic. This is at number 3. Companion, oh my god, I love this film. I made a whole video discussing why this film is a must watch. Keep it short and sweet. The twist is fantastic. There's more twists, even though they reveal one of the twists in the trailer, as you can see. But Sophie Thatcher, Jack Quaid, Lucas Gage, I just can't give this movie enough praise. It's unfortunately not a 10 out of 10 for me. I don't know what it could do to be better. It has great humor. The storytelling is fantastic. And I love it so much. I really do. This movie is so good. And I love the take on the AI and everything. And oh my gosh, I can't. It's so good. It's so funny. I love it. It's a fantastic film. At number 2, we have Revenge of the Sith. Listen, okay, this movie had a re-release for the 20th anniversary in 2025, and I watched it in 2025, and it's just as good as it always has been. My favorite Star Wars film of all time. It is fantastic, and in a theater full theater of Star Wars nerds just clapping at every moment, laughing at Anakin lighting his saber up on the younglings, quoting the entire Mustafar scene, a whole theater quoting that scene. That's one of the best theater experiences I've ever had, and I saw Endgame in theaters, obviously, and I honestly think, aside from the clapping and everything that happened in Endgame, this was just such a fun theater experience with so many nerds. That's why it's number 2. Let's be honest, it's not a 2025 movie, I know this, but it's still sitting at number 2 because of the theater experience and because it's my favorite movie, one of my favorite movies ever. So without this, Companion is number 2, obviously. But without a shadow of a doubt, Sinners is the number 1 film that I've seen in theaters this year. Cause we cousins. The cast of Sinners, Ryan Coogler, every single person who worked on this film is a fantastic take on horror movies, on vampires, on culture. There is so much that this movie does so fucking well. This movie may just change the Oscars forever in terms of horror and being recognized at the Oscars. I will be making a video on that, so stay tuned, and if it's already out, go check it out. Sinners is one of the best movies I have ever seen, period. This movie is a 10 out of 10. The acting across the board is fantastic. The cinematography, the sound design, the storytelling, everything meshes so well. There are so many little seeds to culture, Black history, Black culture, Irish culture, Asian culture, just how everything was so connected back in the day. I cannot even put into words just how good this film is, how many awards I think this film should be winning this year and next. Ryan Coogler, you did a fan-fucking-tastic job, and I cannot express enough just how happy I was walking out of that theater after that experience, just seeing such a good ass film. And that is where I stand as of May 31st, 2025, the 18 films that I have seen in theaters. Now, like I said, there are some films that maybe I've seen that you have not seen in theaters, and there's some films that you have seen in theaters that I may not have. And for that, I say, please go watch the movies that I have listed if you have not, and I will watch the movies that you leave in the comments below that have come out in 2025, or just any other movies that you want me to watch. I know one of the main ones in like Death of a Unicorn, Friendship is out right now, Flight Risk. Like there's movies that have come out this year that I just didn't get to see in theaters, and some are still in theaters. There's some that are coming onto streaming that I will be watching. 2025 is stacked in terms of films, and I am so happy it is, because I don't think I've ever seen 18 movies in 1 year. And the year is not even halfway, and I've seen 18, and I'm probably going to go see 19 sometime this week with Lilo and Stitch. So at the end of this year, 2025, I will have this list revised, and we will look at how much it has changed and how different it is in terms of the films. We'll see what my total film count was at the end of the year. I cannot wait. There's so many films still yet to come this year, and I'm so excited. I can't wait. I hope you are all excited for those films to come out, for my movie reviews to come by. And with all that being said, if you did enjoy this video, please leave a like, because it really does help out the channel so much. And if you made it this far and you still have not subscribed, why not? You're already here. Thank you all so much for tuning in to this one. I will see you all in the next video, next review, whatever it may be. Peace.